right. Boys and girls and YouTube land, both of you. Who do you suppose they are?
Bobby.
Yeah, I'm sure he's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know who the other one is.
Who?
It's you.
Great.
You don't have to leave that up there if you don't want to.
Okay, good. This up here?
Yeah, you can close that browser.
So why is it open?
Oh, because I wanted to be sure that it was going to start up properly, and it did. So it served its purpose.
Okay.
If it's a distraction to you, you can make it go away. If you want it up there, well then you're gonna have to go find it.
Yeah. Don't care.
Where is she? Does she need to go out?
I don't know.
All
Maybe
right.
you should go find her.
I'll go find her. You talk to my two friends.
Talk to my two friends.
That would be you,
Me and one other. What? Oh, she is. I don't know what she wants. Probably. You think so? I've already taken them for their second walk.
Yeah.
And that second one was a quite substantial one.
Okay, so they've had 2 walks today.
Mm-hmm.
They've had their dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Have they had ice cream?
No. You planning on fixing that?
I think probably that's what she wants. She's not being properly spoiled.
Well, we've got problems then. Why do you have my button out?
Oh, because it works now.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh. Where'd you find it?
In the box with that one. That's the issue, is it's a very short cord. Its cord is literally that long.
Oh.
So
Bailey.
it's plugged in about as close as it can be, so that's what you get.
All right. Well, it's very cool. Thank you for finding my button.
I'm glad you appreciate me finding your button. Why do I feel like I'm about to get in trouble?
I don't know. You're not the one pushing my button tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say.
Yeah, you're probably better off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were you playing with my button?
You tell her, Bailey.
Oh my God.
You tell her. Trying to get me in trouble.
Bailey, hush.
Bobby says it looks good and it sounds good.
Good. Hi, Bobby. Welcome back. Oh, it's 8. I'm supposed to start. I guess I should start. Good evening, friends, and welcome to the North Georgia GMRS Regional Net. I'll be working off the Pine Log repeater tonight, but we will be networked in with Sassafras, Lookout Mountain, Jersey, Somerville, Crawford, Madison, McDonough, Columbus, Zebulon, Noonan, Moreland, and VOIP. Tonight, our RF coverage area will be in excess of 31,000 square miles. This net takes place every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. I would like to thank everyone who has made North Georgia GMRS the most expansive and active GMRS network in the country. Your net control tonight is Atlanta 947 WQIR 514. My name is Julie, and I'm located in Woodstock, Georgia. On the net, you can talk about your day's activities, radio equipment, or anything you think we would like to know. This is a family-based network, so we would encourage you to get your family involved. Once the floor is open, it is permissible to address the other members of the net by their name or tactical unit number. The use of your FCC call sign is only required when you sign in and sign out of the net. When signing in, please speak slowly and clearly as you give your tactical unit number, call sign, name, and location. At this time, I will take check-ins. Any VoIP check-ins, please call net control now.
What'd I miss?
Everything.
Yeah?
This is 253 WQNB 274, Donald from Blairsville, Georgia.
First.
This is Noonan 25, Joe, and by relay Noonan 26, Mary Catherine. We are WRCL 957. Julie, I actually have two other Zoom meetings going on right now, so I need to be in and out. Hello, everybody.
I love that he takes the time to check in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Noonan 29, WRCU 796, Marty and Tyrone. I also have another meeting going on here at the moment. Will check me in and check me back out. Hope to catch up with you next week.
Seems awfully early to have Marty in a log.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Net control is acknowledging Atlanta 253, Donald in Blairsville. Also, Noonan 25, and by relay, Noonan 26, Joe and Mary Catherine in Fayetteville, both in and out. Thank you, Joe, for taking the time to check in with us. And Noonan 29, Marty in Tyrone, also in and out. Thank you, Marty. I hope you have a great weekend. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to any visiting transient licensed GMRS operators or new members of the North Georgia GMRS network, as well as youth members 18 and under. So again, this is any licensed GMRS operator who is not a North Georgia GMRS member, but who is in the area and would like to check in, or any new members to the group, and any youth 18 and under. Please call net control now.
This is Atlanta 136, WRCR 29, Aiden in Tucker, Georgia.
Is he in Tucker?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
This is Atlanta 308, WRJF 981, checking in from Marietta, Georgia.
Let me see if I can find him.
Is he new?
Yep.
Fantastic.
This is Atlanta 243, WRAD 425, Jeff in Dallas, Georgia.
Jeff in Dallas.
You're taking too long.
Yeah, well, I had to bring up the thing.
This is
Dan.
Atlanta 172, WRHW 610, Greg, Buchanan, Georgia.
What?
172 Greg
Where's
in Bremen, Georgia. Greg.
Bremen?
Yeah, BREMEN.
All right, so is Jeff and Greg also new?
Yeah,
All right.
newish.
You're a lot of help.
Well, it doesn't show them as new members, so.
Okay. Net Control is going to go ahead and take a break right there and acknowledge Atlanta 136, Aiden in Tucker, Atlanta 308, Dan in Marietta, Atlanta 243, Jeff in Dallas, and Atlanta 172, Greg in Bremen. Thank you all for checking in with us this evening. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Pine Log check-ins. Any member wishing to check in through Pine Log, please call Net Control now.
All right, Jeff in Dallas is a new member.
This is Atlanta 948, WRER 430. Check in and out, Julie.
This is Atlanta 438, WRHW 612, Garrett from Monument Falls, Georgia.
This is Atlanta 57, WQZC 82, Andrew in Holly Springs.
This is Atlanta 295, WRFN 658, Scott in Dallas, finally coming in on the Pine Log.
This is Atlanta 291, WQYJ 279, Nick in Ackworth. Good evening.
This is Atlanta 780, WQUV 439, Houston and Austell.
This is WRCT 399, Atlanta 261, Scott from Holly Springs, checking in.
This is Atlanta 946, WQYR 514, Justin at Studio B.
All right, Net Control is going to go ahead and break right there. And I'm going to acknowledge, let's see, where did I leave off? Atlanta 948, Gary in Woodstock. I show Gary is in and out. Thank you, Gary, for checking in with us tonight. Atlanta 438, Garrett in Jasper. Atlanta 57, Andrew in Holly Springs. Atlanta 295, Scott in Dallas. Atlanta 291, Nick in Ackworth. Atlanta 780, Houston in Austell. Atlanta 261, Scott in Holly Springs. And Atlanta 946, Justin, sitting right here in Studio B. Is there anyone I missed or anyone else wishing to check in through Pine Log? Please call Net Control now. Doesn't sound like I missed anyone, so we'll go ahead and move on to all other repeater check-ins. Any repeater anywhere, please call Net Control now.
This is Atlanta 180, WRBT 591. This is Mike up in Cherry Log.
41, Bobby, back in White County, Georgia. Happy to be on the Georgia Airways.
McDonough, 22, WRCR 952, Tim in Stockbridge checking in.
This is Atlanta 131, WRAS 502, Morgan and Cleveland. I'll be in and out.
Net Control is going to go ahead and acknowledge Atlanta 180, Mike in Cherry Log. Atlanta 403, Bobby, back in White County. Bobby, we're glad to have you back, my friend. We also had McDonough 22, Tim in Stockbridge. And Atlanta 131, Morgan in Cleveland. Morgan, I show you as in and out. Thank you for checking in this evening. Is there anyone else wishing to check in? Any repeater anywhere? Please call Net Control now. All right, with nothing heard, I guess we'll go ahead and move on. So tonight, what I'd like to discuss is that so often we hear that when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. With that being said, I know there's been so much negativity with this year and with everything going on with rioting and with COVID and so on and so forth. So I would like to hear, what kind of blessings have you seen come out of this year so far? I know for myself, what I can say is that this has definitely forced us to kind of slow down and take a breath, which we were so busy running around and entertaining and going place to place. And, you know, we decided that with the COVID, you know, you've all heard, we took up the project of building a tiki bar out on our deck. So that was definitely our lemonade. And we have had such a great time with that, Justin and myself. And, you know, just enjoying being outside and being together and working on a project. And, you know, so that's one of the blessings I would say that's come out of this. And the tiki bars really turned out quite cool.
Oh, yeah, it's very cool. And I'll tell you, the other thing that comes to mind is that every day is take your dog to work day.
That's been nice, too.
Yeah.
I think the dogs have thoroughly enjoyed that.
I've enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice to have the pooch right there at your side as you're hacking away at whatever it is that you're doing. And when that nasty email comes and you say, oh, doggone it, and the dog comes up and starts nuzzling and wanting to know what you're upset about. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So tell me, what is it that you can say has been a blessing that's come out of this? So we'll begin with Atlanta 253, Donald in Blairsville. Good evening, Donald. What are you up to, and what is a blessing that you can say that's come out of 2020? Is he with us?
Zello is a finicky
beast
sometimes.
Atlanta 253, Donald, are you still in there with us? I hope my button's still working.
Good evening, Miss Julie, and good evening to the rest of Net. Mine is when I'm in a bad mood and the dog comes up and greets me. That's mine. He makes me feel good.
I love it, Donald. Yep, I totally agree with you. There is nothing quite like having that furry friend alongside of you every day. So, and actually, you acquired your dog this year, wasn't it?
the porch with me.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get him out of the truck this time, Donald. So, very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that, Donald, and give your dog a big pat on the head from me. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We had Noonan 25 and 26, Joe and Mary Catherine, as well as Noonan 29, Marty. They were all in and out, but hope you all have a fantastic evening. That brings us to Atlanta 136, Aiden in Tucker. Good evening, Aiden. Tell me, what is something positive that has happened to you this year?
Good evening to the rest of the net, and good evening to the two J's out there. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening. What's been going on in my world recently? Just been kind of just feeding my fish, getting some work done in school, just doing a few chores and stuff like that for the time being. When life gives you lemons, I would probably say the blessing that I have been taking advantage of a little bit is, I've been playing my piano a lot recently, getting back into that, playing a lot of songs, getting all the notes right and stuff like that. Also, what's a really good blessing is, for some colleges, I don't have to submit my SAT scores, so that's something that is very, very awesome. Back to net control.
Well, Aiden, that is awesome indeed. I bet that is definitely a stress reliever, knowing that you don't have to be concerned about the SATs this year. So, very cool. Glad to hear that you are getting back on that piano. That is a fantastic instrument, and something that our daughter used to play, and definitely miss hearing that around the house. So cool stuff, Aiden. Thank you for sharing this evening. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We have Atlanta 308, Dan in Marietta. Dan, I believe you are new to North Georgia GMRS family. Want to welcome you. I think this may be your first time checking in. At least I believe it's your first time checking in with me. So that's a blessing for us. We just absolutely love having this group continue to grow. So Dan, welcome, and tell us, what is a blessing that you have that's happened this year?
Welcome. You're right. It's my first time joining, and look forward to the great discussion. I think the blessing has been just the silver lining, I guess, it has been the free time as I work from home now to spend with the boys and explore new hobbies like this one in between working virtually. So that's been a nice change of pace.
I love it, Dan. Yes, working from home has definitely been a blessing for many. That's something Justin has definitely enjoyed, and my son Eddie as well is working here from the house. They don't have that terrible commute back and forth to Midtown. So love hearing that it's giving you an opportunity to spend more time with your kids. And I hope that you're sharing your new hobby, radio hobby, with them as well. So is that something that they've shown any interest in?
My oldest has. He's 13, so he's definitely been paying attention to the setup, and I will start to engage him more as he gets more interested.
Well, fantastic, Dan. Yes, that is the one beauty with the GMRS, is that we are definitely family friendly. We encourage you to get your children, your spouse, any family members, involved. So, and I think you'll find this is a pretty good group to do that in. And Aiden, I'm sure he would enjoy striking up some conversation with your oldest boy there. So Aiden is on the air quite a bit I know for the rest of us, we work, but I know that when I am in the car running my work errands, I often hear Aiden out there. So you'll definitely have to get your son on there. But anyway, Dan, it is great to have you with us. Welcome, and I look forward to talking to you some more here real soon. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We have another new member, Atlanta 243, Jeff in Dallas. Jeff, I believe this is your first time checking in with me as well. So welcome to North Georgia, and please share with us what is a blessing that's come out of this year for you.
Yeah, first time checking in, and just got set up on the North Georgia GMRS. So one of the blessings, like a lot of others, having more time at home has allowed me to finish my long honeydew list. Don't tell the wife, because I'm sure she'll find other things to put on it. But I got it finished and was actually able to do some things for myself, like set up my ham station and my GMRS station. And so that allowed me to get on the air and talk with you wonderful folks.
Jeff, that is fantastic. I am so glad that you found North Georgia GMRS. And yeah, when you said it gave you an opportunity to finish your honeydew list, I was feeling a little jealous, you know. We've kind of put our honeydew list aside and had some fun instead. So very cool stuff, Jeff. So tell me, how did you find North Georgia GMRS?
Actually found it by mistake. I've been a ham for a while now and was looking for a small cheap radio to put in my truck, and came across this Midland MTX 115 and was looking at the specs on it and realized that it didn't meet up with the ham bands, and was trying to figure out why and what the frequencies were. So doing some research, I found this whole new world called GMRS, and just happened to be searching on the website and found North Georgia GMRS, and you know, it all kind of fell into place. So there's my lemonade.
Outstanding, Jeff. I love hearing about that.
We like the lemonade.
We absolutely do. So, well, again, welcome, my friend. I think you'll find that this is a very active group of people and just outstanding individuals. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this group for sure. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We have Atlanta 172, Greg in Bremen. Hello, Greg. How are you tonight? And tell me, what's your lemonade?
Good evening to you. I'm glad I made it. I'm on time log for the first time.
Uh-oh.
Started off strong.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, I don't know what's going on if you're on an HT and you're walking around or what, but you started off real strong signal coming in here, and now you're starting to break up. So I'm not quite making out what you have to say. So maybe you want to try that again. Net control standing by.
I was on time log. It's kind of hard for me to use. I switched over. Do you hear me now? Over.
Sassafras, yeah.
Yep, Greg, I hear you just loud and clear. So go ahead. Let's hear what you got to say, my friend.
Time log there for a minute, but I guess it's a little bit more work. We have learned that we don't have to have a whole lot of food and don't waste food anymore, you know, like we have been. And we can do a whole lot with a little bit of nothing, over.
I love it, Greg. Yeah, we tend to overindulge in many areas, and Yeah, learning that we don't need as much as we thought we did. That's a good thing, my friend. So I love it. Love that for sure. Well, thank you for sharing, Greg. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you about Pine Log, but you were hitting it. You were getting in there. So I would just keep working at that. But Sassafras, you're coming in loud and clear.
Yeah, he's hitting it just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, thank you for sharing, Greg. Definitely good hearing you on here. With that, we had Atlanta 948, Gary in Woodstock. Gary was in and out. Gary, I hope you have an outstanding evening, my friend. With that, we'll go ahead with Atlanta 57, Andrew in Holly Springs. Good evening, Andrew. Tell us, what kind of blessings have you had this year?
Good evening, Julie, and everyone on the net. Well, I think you know what I'm probably going to say. My major blessing for the year, for people who have heard this, you already know, and people who have not, was able to find out after 30-something years of wondering who my biological parents were for as long as I can remember. I've known I was adopted. To find out who they are was truly a blessing, and that was right in the midst of everything in April. So definitely happy about that. And then to boot, found out that my best friend, Alex Somerville 10, is married and family to me. So that's definitely the biggest thing that I'm thankful for. And the second is that everyone in my family is healthy, and we have not really been affected by really anything that has happened with all this. So those are my two blessings that I am extremely thankful for, and I hope they're able to continue.
I love it, Andrew. Love that story, and love the fact that here you had a friend for quite some time, and the discovery that you guys are actually family. So just crazy cool stuff. So there, despite all the negativity that we hear, we have got to focus on our blessings because they are all around us for sure. So thank you so much for sharing that, Andrew. Just brings a smile to my face every time I hear it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to Atlanta 438, Garrett in Jasper. Good evening, Garrett. How are you? And please share, what's a blessing that's happened to you this year?
Oh, good evening, Julie and Justin and the rest of the net. I have had actually, with all the strife with our businesses and, the luxury spending coming to a halt, I can say that this has taught me to appreciate the minor things in life that kind of, encompass or engulf, the less important things, if you will, kind of humbling ourselves, going without. Also, my wife, and she homeschools all of our kids. I've been able to interact with them, and my oldest one is actually just enrolled in NYU, dual enrolled with them. So she is starting chemistry.
With NYU?
Yes.
Freshman composition, which I'm very proud of. And she gets my VA stipend, or the post 9/11 GI Bill, along with their paying for that. So she just turned 16, by the way, and she has about a semester and a half left of high school, and she's already in high school. So that I'm thankful for. My trip to Southeast Asia is actually coming to me now, so that's going to save me around $3,800, which is kind of a blessing. So I'm going to meet them actually in St. Louis with one of our distributors that I do business with. So a lot to be thankful for, considering all that we've been through. Back to the net.
Wow, absolutely, Garrett. That is a lot to be thankful for, and to have your daughter dual enrolled at NYU, that is fantastic. So sounds like you've got quite a bright one in the bunch over there. So that's fantastic. Exciting stuff for sure. And yeah, I'm sure you are enjoying being at home and having all the kids around with you and your wife. And, that's just great stuff for sure. So, and yes, definitely saving that money.
Oh, yeah.
That's quite substantial for sure.
I would much rather drive to, was it St. Louis or Louisville? I don't remember which one he said. Either way, I'd rather drive there than fly to Southeast Asia.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So that is outstanding news, Garrett. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this evening. With that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 295, Scott in Dallas. Good evening, Scott. Hope you're doing well, and tell us, what is your lemonade?
Well, good evening, Julie, Justin, the rest of the net. I guess my lemonade is, although we've had the pandemic, and I know a lot of people are limited or without jobs, mine has been going crazy nuts. So I have been fully employed, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And got a wedding coming up at the end of the year, so we're thankful for that. And that is lemonade with a little sugar in there. Back to you.
I love it, Scott. Yes. Love that lemonade with a little sugar in it. Oh, I tell you, weddings are fun. They're a lot of work, but man, are they fun. So our daughter was married 2 years ago, and holy cow, that was a great time and a time that I could, spend a lot with her being in Indiana and me being here in Georgia. So I miss that. Man, we danced the night away too.
Yeah.
It was great. So I know you're going to have a fantastic time with that. And I'm so glad you've been your work is going like gangbusters. It's crazy the jobs out there that you would think would be impacted that have just exploded. So, I was affected a little bit. I was furloughed, but, that was a blessing for me.
Yeah.
I really needed that time at home, so that was good. But I'm back at work as well. So, Scott, great stuff. I tell you, I just love hearing all of this. So, thank you for sharing, Scott. Definitely stick around for when we open up the floor. And with that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 291, Nick in Ackworth. Good evening, Nick. Tell us, what are some blessings that you can share with us this evening?
Well, like many others, I will echo the sentiment that there are actually quite a few. Being able to maintain a job throughout all this craziness and all that other stuff. But to piggyback on 946's sentiment, getting back 2 to 2.5 hours in my day, whether it's for relaxation or for more energy to hang out with the little guy and run around and be a little bit crazier and just really get a little bit more out of life while not having to worry about wasting my life away in traffic has been an absolute blessing.
Absolutely, Nick. I totally get that for sure. So, that commute is absolutely brutal.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But, it was a great opportunity for a daily nap.
Yeah. Justin would always come home fully refreshed. So I was a little bit jealous of that, quite honestly.
Oh.
But now he is just as exhausted by the end of the day as I am.
People would comment about, did you see that wreck on the way in or see the wreck on the way home? No, I didn't. I didn't see any of it.
You were too busy studying the back of your eyelids.
Yeah, so preparing for that test.
That's right. Well, that's great to hear, Nick. Yep, I know you've been crazy busy through all of this, and that is a blessing. And yeah, I'm glad you're not tied up in that traffic, and hopefully you won't be tied up in that anytime soon. So thank you for sharing, Nick. I definitely appreciate having you on tonight. With that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 780, Houston in Austell. Good evening, Houston. How are you, Amona? And tell us, what is a blessing that you can share with us tonight?
Thank Good evening, Julie. Good evening to the rest of the net. Let me get some of these other radios cut down. Let's see. Let me think about it a minute. I got 2 new knees this year, so
well, that's
got
a good
the other
thing.
new knee this year. And just the fact that we're able to stay at home and get our groceries delivered and kind of stay in and stay out of this coronavirus, I guess, is probably about the best thing.
I love it, Houston. Yes, your 2 new knees that you got this year. Now you can chase Mona around the house. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, I've been enjoying that grocery delivery service as well. So, you know, what a fantastic idea. And what a shame that it's taken a pandemic for them to come up with something like that. So,
something I hope that sticks around.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So it's been neat to see these companies come up with new, you know, ways of being able to keep their doors open and service the customers the best that they possibly can. So that's great stuff, Houston. I love it. So good talking to you, my friend. Stick around when we open up the floor. And with that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 261, Scott in Holly Springs. Good evening, Scott. Tell us, what's a blessing that you and your family has this year?
Thank you, Net Control. Hopefully I'm getting out. Well, in my profession, everybody needs hot water, and I think everybody's staying at home, and then, hey, we need to get that taken care of and that taken care of. So it's been crazy, and I always tell everybody I'm spoiled and blessed. But yes, as far as what I've got accomplished myself, I think we've got the 5x5 Rubik's Cube, blah, blah, blah. We've done the 3. I got the 3x3 in about a minute and a half. Consistent, but we won't get that. And then the real question. Saturday, ham extra test in Woodstock.
Oh.
I'm so scared. I don't think I want to take it out. So scared.
Oh my golly, Scott. Don't be afraid, my friend. You know, worst case scenario, what's going to happen? You're either going to pass or
and
you're
woo-hoo.
not. Yes.
And if he doesn't pass,
it doesn't matter because you'll know what to expect next time.
That's right. It's experience gained.
Absolutely.
It's a positive no matter what the outcome.
Absolutely. There is nothing wrong that can come from this. So all good stuff, Scott. And yeah, I am so impressed with you in that Rubik's Cube. I'm going to have to watch you in action one of these times. So
we're going to have him sit in with us and do a demonstration of the Rubik's Cube on a live stream.
I love it. Yeah. When are you available, Scott?
All right, thank you, Net Control, but please don't spoil any surprises for the the bar, let's say, because I think Mommy has something in mind. But thank you, Net Control.
All right, we won't do any spoilers here, Scott. But hey, you know, good luck to you for Saturday. I'll be definitely looking forward to hearing how it goes. And you know, don't beat yourself up if for whatever reason you missed too many on the exam. Because I tell you, kudos to you for even going out there and trying. I know many people who have had to try a number of times before they were successful. So, you know, that's what matters is that you just keep trying until you get it.
Just have to pass it once.
That's right. And there's no limit to how many times you can take it. So there you go, my friend.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Scott. With that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 946. Justin sitting right next here to me. in Studio B.
Ah, well, yeah. Well, lemonade.
Lemonade.
Man, we've got a lot of lemonade around here.
Yeah,
and
we
that,
do. Yeah, we really do.
I'm not talking about that stuff you have in a fridge either.
Hey,
I don't think that's really lemonade.
I think it is.
But in any case,
very refreshing.
We've had a lot of opportunity come out of this year,
yes,
and we have had some challenges as well. I think that we've strived to make the best of it, regardless of what it is, and yeah. So not all of it is what you would necessarily consider a blessing, but in the big picture, I think there's a lot more positive than negative, at least in what we've experienced here. And, you know, I don't want to say that I'm glad that it happened, but we certainly haven't suffered as much as others have through this. So just one thing I want to keep in mind is that it's been tough for some people. And we hate that has been so unequitable through this season. A lot of restaurant folks, a lot of service people not able to work like they would otherwise. But hopefully this thing will all come to pass soon, and the economy will come back together, and we'll all get out there and spend our dollars like we used to. And we should be able to, because most of us have been using that money to pay off debt, according to the news. But in any case, I look forward to what's to come, and I think that once we do get past this this coronavirus hump, it will be Katie bar the doors, and it'll be hard to hold us back in terms of economic and productive growth. Back to you.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you for that, Justin. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We have Atlanta 180 Mike in Cherry Log. Good evening, Mike. Thank you for checking in with us tonight. Please share what is something positive that has come out of all this for you this year.
Did I have my mic muted for all of that?
I hope not.
Thank you, Julie. I certainly hope the best is yet to come, the lemonade, as you call it. But 254 things positive have happened so far for this year, and I'm very thankful
it's
for each and every morning that I was able to wake up.
Maybe he's talking about something different.
Like I say, I hope there's better things to come than that.
Number of days this year, perhaps?
No small miracle. Over.
I love it, Mike. Absolutely. You know, every day that, you know, we're able to get up out of bed and put on our clothes and put on our shoes and walk out to the next room, you know, that is a blessing for sure. So I love it, Mike. Thank you for sharing that. And you're sounding good, and you sound like you are doing well over there. So I'm pleased to hear that, my friend. And with that, I'm going to move on to Atlanta 403, Bobby in White County. Bobby, I know you got some blessings. Please share.
Yeah, you could say I got some blessings. Yeah, I was just happy I was able to help my aunt in New Jersey and help my dad down in Florida, and they both got through their operations, and they're both doing really well. And, you know, it was really good that I was able to have the time off and be able to do that and take care of them, and everything worked out all right. And nobody got this nasty COVID or anything, and it all worked out good. But I'll tell you, it is good to be back here in Georgia, back here in the mountains. It's nice and cool, and I can control my own TV and my own air conditioning and do what I want. And I don't think the shock of getting home has quite hit me yet, but it's only been 24 hours. But it does feel good to be back up here and hear everybody on the radio and, you know, back up in Georgia again, back home, sweet home. And I hope hope everybody remembers that tomorrow's 9/11, and we should all just say a little prayer or a moment of silence or whatever you believe in, because that was something that happened in this country, and we should never forget that. Never, ever forget that.
Absolutely, Bobby. That is definitely a day of remembrance. That is a day that I will never forget. Much like I would hear my parents talk about the Kennedy shooting and how they will always remember where they were at when they received the news of that. I feel the same way about 9/11, so I can describe the day and what I was doing and the whole thing. So yep, we definitely need to remember that and those who have lost their lives and yeah, for sure. So couldn't say it better, Bobby. Thank you for that. And yes, you have so many things to be thankful for with your family, recovering as well as they have, and you having the opportunity to go there and help them out. And I'm sure it's got to feel good to be home because there is no place like home. So, yeah.
I just wonder, is he going to have to go back to New Jersey or to Florida when he votes?
There is that. Yep. That'll be interesting, Bobby. Do you even know? But anyway, Bobby, it sure is good to have you back home. So you've been missed, and I'm glad that you are back here in the neighborhood. So welcome home, my friend. With that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to McDonough 22, Tim in Stockbridge. Good evening, Tim. Tell me, what kind of blessings have you had this year?
Good evening, Julie. Well, several things, I suppose, not necessarily that I specifically did myself, but I am thankful that I have been involved since last year in the GMRS radio. That has been a blessing for sure, giving just extra time and getting to talk to so many people, and you don't get out as much as maybe you used to these days and get to gather around and do things. But we have, our little gatherings on the radio day in and day out, and then we have this night. And so that has been a blessing. It's been a blessing that in my particular line of work, even though I'm semi-retired, I've still been able to keep up what I do because I don't really have to go around a bunch of people. I work mostly on houses and things where there's nobody there when I'm there. So it's a blessing to be able to continue to work. And my sister up in Montana found the love of her life and got remarried, and everything is going just beautifully up there. So all in all, despite all the problems and woes and everything, it's actually things have been continuing on pretty good.
I love it, Tim. Yes, sometimes, we are just so bombarded with all the woes of the world, and especially on the news and everything every single day, that I think sometimes we forget to just stop for a minute and look around and appreciate the little bit of, good and blessings that we have around us. We just we got to take a moment and reflect on those as well. And once we do, we realize there are so many blessings all around us. So I love hearing all that, Tim. And yeah, this GMRS has been a great outlet for those of us who have been, pretty much staying put in the house. And we have noticed that our membership has just exploded. We are currently at 260 members, and that is just phenomenal. So very cool stuff. A lot more people to get to know out there, and looking forward to when we can do another meet and greet for sure. So Glad all is going well for you, Tim. Definitely appreciate you sharing this evening. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We had Atlanta 131, Morgan in Cleveland. Morgan was in and out. Thank you, Morgan, for checking in with us this evening. And that brings us to Atlanta 26, Flip in Druid Hills. Good evening, Flip.
I don't remember Flip checking in.
I don't either, but he is on my list. Magically appeared. Magically appeared on there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over to him.
He's on the list. He may as well.
Please share with us, Flip, what are some blessings that you've experienced this year?
Hey guys, yeah, thank you for letting me self-check in here towards the end. I did show up late to the party, so I hope everybody's doing well out there. Yeah, golly, we could go on and on, right, on all the blessings, but gosh, I think when I think about it, I think, it's been really great for us as an immediate family to circle the wagons and pause, life a little bit and think about what really is important to all of us. We had our daughter here who was normally in college, and our younger daughter, and it's just been really great to spend time together and think about it. It really is kind of a pause. Hopefully, it's the only time in our lifetime that we'll have to go through this, but it's been good in that respect to reflect a little bit and spend time together and think about that. I was also worried about going into this with some health issues with older generation parents and stuff. And everybody seems to be doing well. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to spend a lot of time with them, but that's probably for the good, from the health perspective anyway. But yeah, just very thankful for a lot of reasons, but mostly just family issues. Nice to be together. Back to you, Net.
I love it, Flip. Yep, that is definitely, I think, a common theme for so many of us, is that it has definitely caused us to take a pause and, kind of take a step back and enjoy the family and having the family around and, spending time with each other, since we can't really go out and about. We get ourselves so busy that we miss so many opportunities. And so this has been a good thing. And like you said, it's been difficult for those family members that we can't see who are, aging and with health issues. But I can speak for myself when I say that, in regards to being able to spend time with my parents, we still have. We just did it with Zoom, I think is...
Facebook Messenger video chat.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger video chat. And we actually played cards with them and dice games and, things of that nature, which, we had never done before. We've lived here in Georgia for 10 years. And they're living in Indiana, and, it took this virus for us to
figure that out.
Yeah. Crazy, because we've had that technology for a lot longer. So, crazy stuff, but hey, we finally figured it out, and we've been enjoying it that way as well. So thanks for sharing, Flip. That is great stuff for sure. And with that, that brings me to the end of the list. So I'm going to go ahead and call out for any late check-ins, any repeater anywhere, and the floor is open. So if you have any questions or comments, the floor is open. Net Control will be standing by.
This is WQMN 733, Atlanta 36, Bill on the Summerville, Georgia, Taylor's Ridge machine.
This is Atlanta 123, WRFP 619, Tim in Woodstock. Jennifer in Woodstock. Good evening, Net Control.
Did she say in Woodstock?
She did say Woodstock, yeah.
Net Control is acknowledging Atlanta 36, Bill in Taylor's Ridge, Atlanta 123, Tim in Woodstock, and Atlanta 263, Jennifer in Woodstock. Thank you all for checking in. With that, I'll go to Bill, Atlanta 36, at Taylor's Ridge. Hey, Bill, good evening, my friend. Please tell us, what is a blessing that you can share with us that you've experienced this year?
Good evening, Net Control, and good evening to the net. My blessing is that I have survived unscathed thus far through the pandemic and have my health and happiness. And so that is plenty. And am thrilled with the prospects of surviving this as things start opening up and get better. Hoping everything improves for everyone on the net.
I love it, Bill. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, I am so glad that everybody here on our net, everybody has experienced good health and have come through this so far unscathed, as you say. So, yeah, that is excellent news for sure. I think we're all looking forward to getting past this, and boy, the stories we're going to have to tell. So, thank you for checking in, my friend. With that, we've got Atlanta 123, Tim in Woodstock. Good evening, Tim. Tell me, how have you made lemonade this year?
Good evening, Julie, and good evening to the net. Well, I was always told if life gives you lemons, then find someone who life has given Jack Daniels and make Lynchburg lemonade. So far, I have to agree that I've been healthy through all this, luckily, knock on wood. But I guess one of my blessings caused by the pandemic is it got me into GMRS and then eventually into amateur radio. So it caused me to get a new hobby and find lots of radio friends out there. Back to Net Control.
Ah, yes, I love it, Tim. Yeah, I don't know if you heard earlier. I think we've all been blessed by that. North Georgia GMRS has absolutely grown, just incredibly over this. And, it's been great that we've had the fortunate opportunity to get to know you and to have you. And even this evening, we have 2 new members listening in right now that have checked in, Atlanta 308, Dan in Marietta, as well as Atlanta 243, Jeff in Dallas. Just exciting stuff. What's that? Okay, I think you're on mute, but Justin said we had a new youth member that checked in last week. So, this is super exciting stuff. So, yeah, thank you for that, Tim, and we are just so thrilled to death to have you on board with us as well. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We had Atlanta 263, Jennifer. Jennifer, I believe you said you were in Woodstock. What are you doing in our neighborhood?
Well, technically we live in Woodstock. For some reason, my husband always says Holly Springs. We're right on the line. So I guess we have 1 foot in Woodstock and 1 foot in Holly Springs.
Very nice.
I love it. All right, Jennifer. So it sounds like your foot is in Woodstock, and Scott is in the Holly Springs side. So tell me, Jennifer, what's been
Is there a line that goes through the house?
Well, I'm sure there is. Obviously.
Clearly, yeah.
Tell us, Jennifer, what is a blessing you can share with us?
I would have to say that just the blessing of spending more time with my kids and just more time as a family has been really good. And being able to not have all the distractions of, crazy sports and running here and there really brought us back together and made us focus on what's important. And I'm very, very grateful for that.
I love it, Jennifer, and you hit the nail on the head when you said, it has pretty much removed a lot of the distractions in your life. That is something that we all struggle with are the distractions. And for sure, this has definitely been able to help us to put things in more focus. So great stuff, Jennifer. I'm so glad you checked in with us this evening. It is definitely good hearing you out there tonight, and it's been a while since we've talked, so good stuff. Thank you, Jennifer, for that. And with that, again, I'll call out for any late check-ins, any repeater anywhere, and I'll go ahead and again open up the floor. So if you have any questions or comments, now's your chance. Net Control standing by.
Comment for Net Control.
Yeah, go ahead, Donald.
I want to add something to mine, even though I got my dog. Me and my mother have been doing a little traveling to Vogel State Park, and I have really enjoyed traveling with her.
I love that, Donald. Yes, I know. It seems like every time we talk, you are getting ready for another trip to Vogel State Park with your mom. And I just think that is, so cool that the two of you have been able to enjoy that together. So, and I sure did enjoy getting to meet your mother that one day when we all met up and had lunch together up there in Canton. So good stuff, Donald. Yep, that is cool. Thank you for sharing that, Donald. All right, again, this will be last call for any additional comments and check-ins. Net Control standing by.
438 to Net Control. Also, I just wanted to put that out there. I would love to host when these restrictions lift a little bit. Maybe for us to have a function up here on top of Mount Sassafras. I spoke with Tim 123 about it a few days ago. I think it would be really cool. I can ask permission to use the fire station, and actually right where the bunker is, where the Sassafras repeater exists. I think it'd be really cool if we had maybe a get-together up here, or field day, or cookout. Just putting that out there. I could coordinate with Justin or Tim via the Facebook, since I don't use it.
Absolutely.
Garrett, I love it. Yes, that will be a fantastic place for a get-together / cookout. Because even after, you can leave there and head up on above the road a little ways. And what is that called?
The Eagles Rest.
Yes, the Eagles Rest. There's those lookout points, to see the mountainside and, just a cool place to go to and a beautiful drive for sure. So absolutely, definitely get with Justin and Tim, and the three of you can work this all out. And, the weather's getting a little cooler. It'll probably be a good time for something like that.
Well, and that's a location where, a gathering could occur with some social distancing.
Absolutely.
There's no facilities there, so people would have to bring tables and chairs and things of that nature.
Which is doable.
if there's going to be food involved, everything would have to be brought up, and you know.
And
but
as far as the restroom, you could go to that Eagles Rest.
Oh yes, you would have to go there to use the restroom because there's nothing at the site. So yeah, we would have to make allowance for that. And that's the Eagles Rest that's a 15-minute. Yeah, maybe it's not that long. It takes us that long because we always drive so slow. Because we're gawking and oohing and on over the pretty homes and the spectacular view and you know. But in any case, I think that's a great idea, and I think that could be done with some social distancing and maybe organize a picnic. Carry your own.
Bring your own basket.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, let's talk some more about that.
Absolutely, Garrett. Well, thank you for that. I love it. And I think we're all ready. We're about due for a meet and greet for sure. So definitely, Garrett. Well, thank you for bringing that up, my friend. I love hearing things like that. All right. I guess one more time, last call for any additional comments. Net Control standing by. All right, with nothing more heard, I'm going to go ahead and conclude tonight's North Georgia Regional GMRS Net. We had a total of 26 check-ins, including myself. Net Control will be returning the repeater back to normal use. Everyone that signed in should sign out. Thank you for allowing me to be your Net Control tonight. Good night, everyone. Atlanta 947. I was going to say 6. WQYR 514. Clear.
This is 253 WQNV 274. Clear.
I'm trying to figure out which button to push.
Monitoring.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that went out there. Atlanta 946, WQYR 514. Be clear. Good night, everyone. Had a great time. We'll talk with you all soon.
This is Atlanta 136, WRCR.
Yeah, I can take them out of our headphones and out of the YouTube audio, but I can't turn the radio down from here. But YouTube folks, thanks for hanging out with us this evening. We're going to go ahead and close the live feed so that you don't have to listen to that. Talk to you later.
Bye.